Have you ever had your financial advisor ask to borrow money? I was sitting in my financial advisor's office last month, going over my retirement portfolio, when Gregory cleared his throat nervously and said, "Actually, I was wondering if you could help me with something." I assumed he meant rolling over an old account or maybe increasing my contributions. Nope. Could I borrow $8,000? Just until my divorce settles. I literally laughed because obviously he was joking. He wasn't joking. This man, who manages millions in assets and drives a BMW, was asking me, a public school teacher with a Honda Civic, for a loan. Gregory, you literally just showed me a presentation about the dangers of lending money to people. He nodded sadly. I know. That's why I know you'll say no. But I'm desperate. The story came out in pieces. His wife had frozen their joint accounts during divorce proceedings. His lawyer required a massive retainer. His BMW was leased, his house was in his wife's name, and his actual liquid assets were tied up in investments he couldn't touch without massive penalties. The man who'd spent 3 years lecturing me about emergency funds didn't have one. What about your other clients? I asked. The rich ones? He shook his head. They'd lose confidence in me. You're a teacher. You understand being broke. That was simultaneously insulting and weirdly accurate. But here's where it gets absolutely surreal. While I'm processing this request, his assistant knocked and entered. "Gregory, your 2 o'clock is here. Should I send them in?" He panicked. "Give me 5 minutes." Then he turned to me with desperation in his eyes. "Please, just think about it. I'll pay 12% interest." The man was literally trying to negotiate loan terms with me in his own office. I stood up to leave, completely baffled. As I'm walking out, his 2 o'clock walks in. It's another client I recognize from the waiting room over the years, this older lady who always has designer handbags. She takes one look at Gregory's face and goes, "Oh, honey, did you ask her too?" Turns out, Gregory had been hitting up his middle-income clients for loans all week. The wealthy ones got standard meetings. Those of us in the regular person tax bracket got loan requests. This lady, I'll call her Patricia, had actually said yes. She'd loaned him $5,000 the week before. He promised me 15% interest, she told me in the parking lot, better than any CD rate. She genuinely thought it was an investment opportunity. I went home and immediately started researching new financial advisors. But the next day, Gregory sent an email to his entire client list. Subject line, "Exciting new investment opportunity, private lending." This man was trying to crowdfund his divorce through his client base, disguising it as some kind of peer-to-peer lending innovation. The email explained how clients could earn above-market returns by participating in exclusive private lending circles. It was literally a pyramid scheme where he was the pyramid. The state financial board shut him down within a week. Turns out, soliciting loans from clients is super illegal. Gregory lost his license, his firm, and presumably his divorce. Patricia never got her $5,000 back. She tried to sue, but Gregory declared bankruptcy. I found a new financial advisor. First question she asked, "Any concerns or questions about your financial future?" "Yeah," I said. "Promise me you'll never ask to borrow money." She looked confused. "That would be incredibly unethical and illegal." "You'd be surprised," I told her. "Last month I ran into Gregory at a grocery store. He was working there, stocking shelves. He saw me and immediately goes, "I've actually got a new investment opportunity if you're interested." I switched grocery stores, but Patricia still shops there. She told me she's trying to get him to pay her back in deli meat. $5,000 worth of honey ham, she said. It's better than nothing. She calculated it would take about 4 years of weekly ham payments. They actually wrote up a contract. The grocery store manager had to ban her from hassling Gregory during his shifts. She waits in the parking lot now with a cooler. The whole thing is insane. My new financial advisor doesn't believe the story until I showed her the email. Now it's framed in her office as a reminder of what not to do. The title underneath says, "This is why we have regulations." Gregory still emails me quarterly with opportunities. His latest was selling essential oils. I've blocked him 6 times. He keeps creating new email addresses. The subject lines get increasingly desperate. The last one was, "Remember when I managed your portfolio successfully for 3 years?" "Yeah, Gregory. I also remember when you asked me for 8 grand. My retirement fund is doing fine without you."